lot of the time I'm really quick about that because I've experienced a lot of people that cut me off, and I realize, they make me angry, or not making me. No one can make you feel a certain way, but they do elicit feelings.